Hi folks, Gamerbug here again, and once again we're playing the Black Death, and we are playing version 0.12, the Long Night update, and we have ourselves a Beggar. The Beggar is a class that you start as in this game, and it's very weak to start with. This character here isn't actually a basic Beggar, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but this is what you would start and look like, unless you pick a female, in which case you have different hair, but that's about the only difference. Even the bodies are the same. You start with very basic equipment. You start with a torch, and that's pretty much it. You can't carry a great deal, and you get hungry very quickly. Every night that you survive, you sort of level up a little bit, and you get more resilience and more health, and you can carry more weight and resistance to hunger and so on and so forth. Surviving the night's quite difficult because the nights themselves are dangerous, and you need to be somewhere where you're safe and indoors, or at least inside a city. So here's our little Beggar chap, and I'm going to go through his skills, and that's pretty much it, but I'm also going to go over a few other bits and bobs. So skill wise, as you can see, I've maxed everything out. To leave this class you have to max everything out. I don't know about this side, but I did this anyway because I think it's important. This side you have to unlock everything. Most skills only cost 1 or 2 points, and 1 point you can just get from just surviving the night. 2 points you'll probably get from surviving the night and crafting a bunch of stuff. So it's only the stuff that's 3 points that are actually difficult to save up for. I believe, from what I remember, things that are 3 points are that armour just there, the bow, and I think there might be one other one, which might have been the shield. I think it might be the shield. Yeah, so there's not many that are 3, so it's not too bad a class. You can get through it quite quickly. So let's just go over the skills. Things have changed quite a lot. If you watched my Beggar video for version 0.11, there was all sorts of little abilities like increased carry weight, resistance to infection stuff. That's now built into this sort of level up over the night, so they've removed that. Whether I like that or not, I don't know, but they've removed it anyway. So what we do have is we have several different skills, and these I think are similar across most of the classes, like lines that you can learn. So for this particular one we have Toolsman. You can learn to craft a torch. You start with one, but you need to unlock that. Torches aren't that useful, but they're kind of helpful, and I think you can swing them as weapons as well. Primitive wood axe, I think that costs 1 to open up, good for chopping wood. Pickaxe, good for mining, although they're quite poor, so they're not going to get really high quality stuff. You can mine silver quite nicely with them though, and gold. Primitive shovel, it's used for digging graves, never even used one, and that's for fishing. Again, I've never used one myself, never needed to, but good way of getting food from what I gather. They're all decent skills, and I think they're all 1 point. Smith, stick torso armor, I think that's 3 points. It's okay, it's quite decent. You need 3 pieces, I think 3 sticks or 4 sticks, and some string. No, rope. Rope you can only get from bandits as far as I know. I think you can craft it as an outlaw, but this is the Beggar class, so you need to get it from a drop from a bandit. Stone warhammer, it's a stone warhammer, it's kind of rubbish. This used to be brilliant, the wooden spear, but it now degrades in 5 seconds flat, so it's kind of crap. It does a lot of damage, but it's rubbish. Small wooden shield, if you're using the spear, it's pointless. I don't know if warhammer's 1 or 2 handed. If you've got a one-handed weapon, then yes, it's useful. Cooking mushroom soup. Anything you can do where you can cook food's good. Berry jam, this is brilliant. Learn this quite quickly if you can, and you can get access to a fire. Now, you have to craft fires now in the game, but there are a few that are still available for you to use. There's one in Bywick at the moment, and there is, if you find hunters that are merchants, you can use their fireplaces as well. Some bandit camps might have, I'm not sure. Otherwise you have to make your own. But berry jam itself lasts a very long time. It gives you lots of hunger back, which is great. And all you need is 3 lots of berries and 1 bit of water, which are all really easy to scavenge. You know, you can get them pretty much anywhere. But if you look in barrels and stuff, you'll probably get decent quality berries. And waters you get from wells, or just search in streams and rivers and then get it at a fire before you make it. because you'll need to clear the water using a fire. So you're going to need it for both. Really good thing to have that one. Ale, not found that one useful. Need to have wheat and sugar, which you can't really craft until you are a peasant. So there's no point. Cotton swabs, get that immediately. Every cotton swab you craft gives you 10 experience points. Well worth it. This isn't that useful, but it's quite high leveled, so to speak. Or should I say, gives you a lot of experience. But it's not bad if you do get named the plague infected too much. Mushroom drug. No. Last time I knew, when I made this, it didn't make a drug, it just made more mushrooms. I've not even tried yet. Campfire, yes, useful if you don't know where there's any campfires or you don't have a house. Bone club, it's alright I suppose. Cloth, yes, unlock this quite early just because it's handy to have unlocked. The clothing options, I think they all give a little bit of armour, but it's too expensive to run around, and by expense I mean expensive your time and your resources, not money, to get the cloth that's required to make all these things. By the time you've done it, you're probably out of this career. Get that armour if you need a bit of armour. And bows, as far as I know, are diabolical. I don't know if they've been changed or not. So get that when you've got the points. Once you've got all of those, if you can get your hands on a house because you've got the cash for it, bed housing kit helps you respawn. I literally, just because I've just reselected a character, so I started a new hero, so I can show this off to you. I literally respawned at my bed. That's brilliant. Well done to the developers for that. I love you for that. Storage, yeah, I've got some storage over there. Let's have a little look at it. Boom. So I've got a crap ton of stuff in here, as you can see. I put all this in here just before I created my new hero, so I've got that saved up. Workbench, you need that for making a lot of the other bits and bobs, such as the loom. And fireplace means you've got a fireplace. So there's my fireplace. I can clean water here, and I can cook meat and other things that need berry jam, stuff like that. There's my workbench, and there's loads of other stuff outside, which I'm not going to show you right now, and I know that's a tease. It's a short video, and it was meant to be a short video. I'm highlighting mainly the differences of this class. The other thing I want to just quickly look at, I think nighttime has just kicked in. That's what that noise was. Is here. So my health, 55 of 102. I think that's what it starts as. That's why it's dropped so low. My max weight is 76 plus 54. So it starts as 22, I think. So the 54 on top obviously makes that 76. So all of these drop. Now I've moved back from being a peasant to this to show this off. Thirst and hunger, or whatever they are. These things here I don't think have changed, so I've kept all of that, and I've kept my resistance to infection rate. I don't know, and we'll have a look when I show off the peasant, whether some of this stuff increases naturally when I become a peasant. This does. I'm sure this goes up to about 90 something just for being a peasant. And that certainly is higher than 102. I think it's 112 for my peasant. We'll check all of this out when I actually switch over to the peasant. And I will do that in another video and show him off. So basically, a lot of things have changed. A lot of fluff skills have gone. There was things like crafting little wooden dolls and wooden rings. They were pointless and they've gone. And I'm glad, because the stuff you crafted was worth nothing. They've made it much more solid. The fact that everyone has to start to this, it's a bit of a grind and it's a bit of a pain in the backside, but it puts everyone on a level playing field to start with. You can easily get yourself a house and start storing stuff and making all of this as a peasant, no problems. I would literally say to anyone starting, get yourself this cotton swabs quickly, get yourself that because it will come in handy. Learn berry jam. Spear, it does a lot of damage, so it's probably worth it. One of those two. The thing about the spear is it's really easy to make. Stick armor's worth getting. Maybe one of those if money's short, but if not, fair enough. And then just worry about everything else slowly but surely, and get these quite quickly. Get that so you respawn at your house. Get that so that you can store stuff, and get that, and well, that so you don't need to worry about that. that so you can make that. But beyond that, if you haven't got a house, you don't need to worry about them to start with. You can concentrate on this side. If you're not planning on getting a house at all, ever, then you don't need to worry about those. You can always come back to the beggar class if you want to. So I've got a ton of skills, but I think because I am now back to just being a beggar, it's locked some down. Now I'm hoping that if I move back to being a peasant, they'll all be unlocked, but I think it's just saying at this point you can't do them, you've moved backwards, and that's fine. Let me just have a look at the Warhammer. 3 sticks, but that's your problem just there. Stone ore. If that was stone, I'd say that that's actually a really good probably weapon. Maybe it might be better than the actual spear. But because all that needs is wood, and you have to get an axe to get wood, I would probably go with that. So that's it for this video. It's very short, it's very sweet, but there's not much to the beggar class. It's quite simple, it's really easy, and if you really want, I might make a little how to survive the beggar video, giving you some really good hints and tips on how to get through this class. But for now, it's an overview. What I also want to do is I'm going to show off in another video how to switch classes. So it'll be a nice, quick, simple one as well. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Gamerbug out.